Hi, everybody. Hello. How's everybody doing?
Michael's mega clearance event is going to
Hey, guys. Hello. How's everybody doing? Hi, Sunflower and Beth. And hi, CG, and Cheryl, Sparkles. Hi, Terry. Hi, Orange Swan and Caroline. Sherry Ann, Julie. Mary. Hi, John. Okay, hold on. It's going by fast. Dove Girl and Pam and Donna. Hi, Bitchy. AK Moses, Sandra, Catherine, Teresa, Virginia, D. Hi, AQ. Nanny, Mystery Achiever, Karen, Teresa, Arlene, Yvonne. Hi, T-Bar, my darling. How are you? Coriel, Sacred Turtle, Sparkles, Terry Solaris, Dancing Diva, Karen, Jean, JD, Rose, Joanne. Hi, Rhonda Price. Let me see. Martha, Liz. Oh, yeah. Good to hear, T-Barb. Hi, me, myself. Coriel, Mystery Achiever, Peasant Eye. Hello. Connie. Hi, Connie. Hi, Doreen. Rosa. Sammy. Hi, Feisty. So how's everybody doing? Everybody hanging in there? You're lighting a candle, CG? Great to see you too, Kimberly. Hi, Prairie. Hi, Angie. Is everybody doing okay? Everybody hanging in there? Extreme Brand is chilled. That's good. Doreen is doing great. Hi, Carmen. Terry's hanging in there. Everybody seems like you guys are hanging in there, huh? Sammy's got the popcorn and watching the show. Yeah, okay, good. Good to hear, Sunflower. CG's hanging in there. Good. Yeah. Everybody's hanging. Okay, Coriel, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be all right. Everybody calm down. I took out the Grand Tableau from September of last year, 23rd, 2020. And I was kind of looking at it again, because we are right here in this column. For this would be the theme for January, but it's all sort of, it doesn't always work like that where each column designates a month. Sometimes it does, sometimes, thank you, Impish. Sometimes it doesn't. It takes me some examination to kind of see where things are at and then trying to kind of pinpoint. And then from there, I try to move forward via month, but there's quite a bit going on here. So I think I discussed briefly the other day on the last night that I was live with Jenny and Johnny, that I was quite frankly anticipating more of the activity that we saw just a couple of days ago because of this line right here. And let me, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to put them out on my little tiny cards because I know I have some new subscribers here who are probably not familiar with tableaus. And I know not everybody understands or not understands, but is not quite familiar with the numbering system yet. So it's much easier to show the pictures if my camera will pick it up. So I'm going to try to recreate this based off of the chart that I did for how this read came out for that. For this read. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So what a day, huh? So there was just a couple of things I wanted to discuss on this, and then we can go into other reads if you guys are cool with that. We'll see how I'm feeling. Sorry, I'm not really paying attention to the chat as I'm like trying to redo this. Okay, 17. And then 6. Okay. Is that really high enough? Okay, 5. 8. 27. 13. 11. 10. 19. 'And then 20. Okay, 30. 13. 15. 26. 9. 33. 23. 1. 28. 2. 12. 16. 32. 34. 36. 25. 24. 29. Okay, I believe it's in frame, but these cards are itty bitty super tiny. So I hope that everyone can see that okay. Okay. Okay, perfect. So he lands, okay, so for those of you guys that are new, this is a Grand Tableau. This spread is reserved for the Kipper and the Lenormand, which is a system that I use. The Grand Tableau translates to the big picture. And this is the largest spread that is used with this system and the Kipper system. The Grand Tableau is basically a snapshot of the present, and then it goes forward regarding or depending on the timeline that is set. This Grand Tableau, this read was done on September 23rd of 2020. I was attempting to go forward 6 months through March. Okay. If I read each column as a month, it ends in February. So it ends a bit short. Okay. When I say he, I mean Spanky. He's landing down here at the very bottom of the tableau, kind of close to the beginning. So I have this much to see forward. Okay. On this tableau, he positions all the way at the end, on the bottom, meaning the weight of this entire tableau is on him. So that means he's overwhelmed. He's not in control. Had he been on the top, he's on pretty good footing, but he's all the way on the bottom. So all of this is weighing down on him. Okay. When we did this tableau, this is his present line at the time of the tableau, which was September 23rd. And I believe that we had discussed that he was going to have a big problem because there was something in regards to his financial records that he had been trying to block, but it comes up and it shows his guilt. Within a few days, I think it was when the report from the New York Times that came up on a record on mail, on a report, the New York Times report about his taxes that we had gotten to where it showed that he had only paid $700 or so. And, you know, all the criminal liability and fraud he had been involved in, financial fraud here with the fox and the bear, and it was all over him. That happened right away. I remember discussing with Jenny and Johnny, because they helped me with this Grand Tableau, that what had concerned me about this, that he was going to claim victory. Hold on, let me text Jenny. That he was going to claim victory and that it was stolen from him because of this line right here. News of a thievery, news of something stolen. He got lucky. He's going to say that he won and he's the rightful person that should be in government. Okay. That has already transpired. It's been transpiring since November 3rd. And this was the line for November. Okay. We had also discussed the entire situation with the COVID. Now, the tree is not close. The tree is up here, and he's down here. Had it been close to him, within proximity, exactly touching him, that would have signaled that there was a serious health issue that needed attention. However, the tree is way up here. Okay. It's followed by the fox, meaning there's something suspicious going on with his health. He also has the cross right below him, meaning that if there was any suffering that he may have, it is short-lived, because the closer that the cross is in a Grand Tableau, the suffering is lessened. Had it been far away, the suffering is long-term, okay? But in this case, it looks like there's something here that's really suspicious about his health through something that he contracted, but he suffered very, very, very briefly. He's got the clover right next to him in his own house. Okay, so remember, he was supposedly sick for 3 days and then he bounced right back. So I was not concerned about his health. Oh, and for the houses are, if I were to take this entire deck from 1 through 36 in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to 36. Those are the houses. Whatever lands on top is what lands on that house. That's why I make these charts. If you see these numbers underneath, these are the cards, and then where it says H, those are the houses, okay? And the reason I do that is so I can follow it around, kind of like, you know, linking the cards. Anyways, what I had discussed with Jenny and Johnny was this right here. Child, whip, scythe, and tower. The reason that this had caused me concern, because these 3 cards right here are jacks. Let me find them here so I can show you. Jacks usually carry male energy. Okay. Whip, where's the child? Okay. If you look here, the child is card number 13, but the card insert is the Jack of Spades. Can you guys see that? Okay, so this is a Jack. This carries male energy. Next, you have the whip. The whip is the Jack of Clubs. Thank you, Tawana. This is also male energy. And then the scythe, the 10 of the Jack of Diamonds. This is also male energy. These 3 paired together, this is violence. This is abuse that is quick and sudden. Okay. And that is what we have here in this tableau. And that abuse is towards enterprise. It's towards, oh, okay, Jenny, thank you. It is towards enterprise, buildings, official buildings, government. It is against any institution that has to do with law. Okay. Briefly after this, we found out about a month or 2 later, or was it earlier this year? I forget, of the armed mob that had stormed the Capitol in Michigan, and there was a plot to kidnap the governor and hold her on trial. This was one of these. Okay. And we're seeing it again. And the reason that I said that this would happen over and over again is because the tower has to deal with institutions. And right below it, we have the crossroads, which is talking about multiples. It's more than one. So I anticipate, and since this is the column for January, I anticipate this to be a theme this month. Okay, because there's several institutions that are targets for attack by this. And it's coming from this group of people that congregates online. You have the garden in the House of Stars, that social media, okay? Attacks that are planned on social media, but it's not just the Capitol, it's several other buildings. And what concerns me is if I knight the tower this way, just like a knight would move on a chessboard, you go down 2, and then left or right 1. It knights here to the stars. You've got the garden in the House of Stars. These people are congregating online to plan another attack. There's several. It's not just the Capitol. There's several of these institutions that are targets with the scythe right before it, targeting official buildings. With the stars is anything that is bright like the stars in the night. It is glitter. It is maps. It is, what do you call it? I'm going to go there. BOMBS. Okay. No, they are gathering on social media. They are congregating on social media and planning attacks to buildings. Frosty Bean. And buildings, and when I say buildings, the tower is corporations, it is government, it is institutions, it is enterprise. So this tower also knights here. So this could be a tech company that deals with social media, because the garden is in the House of Stars. And we know today that he was canceled off of Twitter permanently. Okay. And they're all exactly, Jenny, they're also spreading like stars. Okay. The stars is something also that metastasizes. So my concern, and then the reports came out yesterday, because I think I was talking to Jenny and Johnny, and I also believe my sister. I was like, girl, they're going to put BOMBSs, you know. And then the reports started coming out about the BOMBSs, not just at the RNC and the DNC, but in other government institutions throughout the United States. This is not an incident. Yep, exactly what Jenny's saying. The target is on the 17th. Jenny, look what's over. It's being quite literal. The 17th here. BOMBS. See? On the 17th. It's being quite literal, Jenny. And what concerns me here, since this is being literal, it's giving me the date here with the number 17. If you look what is right next to it is the clouds. Okay. I'm going to read this metaphorically as if it were to represent something. The clouds is anything that is gaseous. It is smoke. It is gas. It is humidifiers. Okay. So anything that disperses out in the air on the 17th. Okay. I don't see, because this is gas in a large public area here in a park. And then this night's here, BOMBS. Okay. I see gas around here, and I also see the storks is a change. It's an improvement. It's a move. And a pregnancy. I don't believe that is what this is talking to. This is talking about the new person coming in January here. But the storks is usually something that is on top of something, on top of the fridge, on top of the roof, on top of the stairs, on top of the bed. It's always above something. And it's landing here over the tower. So I am wondering if there's going to be something on top of buildings or something like airplanes, but I don't, if it's plotted, I don't see it being successful here because it's right over the tower. Okay. I'm not trying to panic anybody. Okay. I was also looking at this yesterday and the day before, and I was talking to my sister, and I don't know if I was talking to Jenny about it. And I was like, when all that stuff happened on, was it Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday. I was not surprised because we had seen it here. I was actually anticipating, and we didn't go into too much detail in those two spreads that I remember. I was anticipating, and I anticipate more. Because that's the theme for this month, because this is January here. Anyways, I was talking to my sister. I'm like, dude, there is no way this was an inside job. Because how did they know where the offices were? And if you follow, and the woman here, they were targeting Pelosi. They went to her office. That man has been arrested. He urinated in her office. He vandalized her office. He stole her mail. They went to specific senators' offices. They have two offices. They have like one office, and then they have their private office. They knew where the private offices were. And I was like, there's no way. And then I was just watching Pramila Jayapal today. And she was like, Pramila Jayapal is one of my favorite representatives. She doesn't represent me. She represents Washington State. But she's on the Progressive Caucus, and I adore her. And she said, she voiced because when I was talking to my sister about it, I was like, I sound like a freaking nutball, you know? And I was talking to my sister and I was like, I sound crazy. And then I heard Pramila Jayapal say it today. I'm like, okay, I'm not crazy. Because she was saying, you know, not to sound conspiratorial. She was just on the Chris Hayes show. She's like, but they knew exactly where the offices were. And she was pontificating on whether this was an inside job. So my sister and I started pulling cards on it. And I'm going to show you all what she got. Because I was like, oh, holy crap. I'm going to show you exactly what she got. And then I compared it to what's here in the tableau. The question was, did someone within Nancy Pelosi's house, somebody in the house, betray Pelosi and gave them information about her, like where her office was? And this is what we got. Well, this is what she got. She's the one that pulled. Can you guys see that? The key, the house, the key, the woman, the house. It's saying yes. Someone had access to an important woman in the house. It was someone close to her within her entourage. Entourage meaning your entourage, your clique. This would be your home office, the house. Okay. So then my sister pulled more cards and I read it as a line of 6. And I'm going to show you all what she got. Okay. All right. These are the 3 that she pulled after, and I pulled it and I read it as a line of 6. Scythe, mice, snake. Target right here. Thievery, destruction, someone betrayed. The target came from here, the card before it. The house. Someone from in here. Someone from in here betrayed, if that makes sense. So I compared that to the Grand Tableau. Woman is down here in the House of Cross. Okay. Woman has map the stars over her head, meaning this could be a map. This is a map, a GPS system, anything that blings and sparkles, stuff like that. But I'm going to read this as a map. That is important for the attack. Who's right above it? This person. A friend. This friend is not a friend, because if you follow this line up here on the diagonal, what is influencing this woman here, if this is Pelosi, you got the birds on the House of Woman, Speaker Pelosi, if that makes sense. Okay. You got the clover in the House of Man, birds in the House of Woman, Speaker Pelosi. Oh, okay. Got it, Jenny. Oh, Jenny's here. Hold on. I'm going to let my little Jenny in. Hey, Jenny.
Make me smaller in the corner so they can see your grand tableau.
Oh, okay. Hold on. How do I do that? Okay, there you go. So Speaker Pelosi is a target. If you follow this line up here, betrayal. Again, a betrayal through a record, through mail, through messages in secret. Pelosi, Speaker Pelosi here. And it's coming from this person. And this person was assisting in the delaying, because you have the mountain in the House of Ship, delaying in the transition. So this person played a role. This person is dangerous and has access to the maps. This person is dangerous and has access to a social media group. There may be records of this person online, perhaps through photography or anything with people that organize in this group. So when I was looking at that, this is a man. When I was looking at that, I was like, oh my God, the first person I thought was Matt Gaetz. That's the first person that popped into my head, was Matt Gaetz. But there's several of them that betray, because the dog knight's here to the crossroads. See what I'm saying? So I just wanted to touch base. The transition does move forward. Thank you, Holly. because the ship here is in the house of heart. The transition moves forward. But what concerns me is, and if this is January here with the theme of this crap, February, there's gases or something around a public area in a park, a large public area. If I read this literally as gas, in a large public area. And at nights here to the south.
So, Becca, if I could interrupt for 1 second, you're going to have to help me with the Lenormand. Hey, Johnny.
Hi, Johnny, my dear.
I just pulled Lenormand cards on did Matt Gates provide maps. I get Fish Mountain House.
Yes. Yes. Payment or donors to the house. Oh, Fish Mountain?
Yeah, Fish Mountain House.
Let me see. I would get a yes because it's saying that there's independence. He's stopping something from flowing. He's blocking it. See what I'm saying? Because it's coming. The betrayal is coming from someone close around her. Where's the house here?
So it wouldn't be like a
Right
Josh Hawley. It would be more of somebody in the house.
In the house. And see, because there's a betrayal here. News about a betrayal. House in the house of writer. News about a betrayal here. To get him lucky to delay the transition. This way. These first three cards that open up the tableau, that kind of sort of gives you a theme. What's on house 18, 16, 17, 18? Dog, fox in the house of dog, suspicious friend, fraudulent friend, a covert friend, someone that does not appear to. I would rather have a snake than a fox, because the snake you can see in the grass. The fox, you don't. Do you see what I'm saying?
I pulled three more on Matt Gates: bear, anchor, and bouquet.
Payments and donations, briberies.
Or power, anchoring the power.
Anchoring his power, anchoring his finances. Yep.
And a gift.
But there's more than him. And it's kind of hard to tell because the betrayal comes from, let me see. Snake is the card number 7. Fox is in the house of dog. Fox is card number 14. Dog is 18876. It's like people that congregate with the crazies. They're part of the network that is online that is wacko. The Quackanons. But that's what, but I see more of that activity this month. Like you said, they just planned it for the 17th. The Storks is number 17. If I box this in, I see smoke and I see something around an institution that has to do with travel. Like airplanes or Department of the Navy or Department of Defense, because there's mobilization here. There's vehicles and then there's an institution that mobilizes. And smoke around public, smoke around a park, smoke around the public.
Thank you, crazy cat lady. I mean, it's crazy how like they were attacking Lindsey Graham in the airport. It's like, these guys, like they're afraid to do anything anywhere, No.
And what's really sad is that, these people are, in their minds, they're the freedom fighters that are going to liberate America from tyranny. Yet they have no idea that what they're doing is an insurrection, which is a federal crime. They have no idea that it's not up to the senators to overturn an election. They don't know that Mike Pence can't overturn an election. They don't know any of that. They're just they've been drinking from a poisoned well of QAnon and Fox News, and they're being led by the nose, you know?
Thank you, the square peg.
Thank you, Square Peg. So, and we also saw, I think we talked about it briefly last time we were live, Jenny, about articles of impeachment for something that he did that repeats. The article repeat. And I think today they showed the first draft, and it was for inciting an insurrection. That's the one article that I have seen. There may be more, I'm not sure.
Yeah, they were supposedly adding to it. Thank you, Letitia.
They're adding to it, yeah. And now they're saying, you know, Jerry Nadler was saying about taking this straight to the, you know, not having straight to the floor for a vote.
Yeah.
Not having to go through the Justice Committee or anything like that.
Yeah, just no debate or anything. Just bam, take it to the floor.
Take it to the floor. So,
let's read on that. If they're going to take it straight to the floor, vote, get it onto the Senate. Or at least if he's impeached again, and they're adding stuff in so he can't run in 2024.
Yeah.
Even if they don't remove him, he's impeached and he can't run in 2024.
Yep. Or hold any public office ever again, ever. So cut off his grift right there, because right now he's grifting people to take money for a run in 2024, you know, even though he claims that he won. And I think last week when we were reading, no, it was this week, I'm sorry. On Tuesday, we all got by the end of the week. I got 3 days. Johnny, I think, got it like 2 or 3 days or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yep.
2 to 4.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they've got the support, you know, because he's the erratic one in the White House. And, you know, there he is, the devil, corrupt as all crap, and everything's changed now. So they've got some people locked up in jail and over the riot, and they're moving into action quick. They've got the support.
Let me put us all back together. There we go. Hi, Johnny. Nice to see you. How was your nap?
Very good.
Very good. You've been so quiet. What are you getting, Johnny?
I get the new Action and Justice. So yes.
I get a yes as well, but there may be more that we don't know about just yet.
It is, definitely.
And it's funny because I've always gotten that he would be impeached twice. And I always got, the first time I ever asked, and I'm not saying this to smoke, you know, blow smoke up my own ass or anything. It's just kind of curious to see how it plays out because of what the card said, to see if I interpreted it correctly. But I always got five total articles of impeachment against him. So, you know.
And he's only had 2 so far. So
It'd be interesting to see how it differs from the original question and what the card said.
So let's ask, do they have enough support to remove him this time through the Senate?
Oh, did you see Lisa Murkowski threatened to go Democrat if they don't vote to remove him and convict and remove him in the Senate? Did you see that?
So there's
Lisa
your 50.
No, they have 67, I think, for impeachment removal.
Yep.
They're going to have a super majority.
She was like, I want him out now to either convict and remove him, or she's like going Democrat.
Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you.
So, are they going to remove him this time?
Well, the Senate.
They don't need to have a trial and witnesses. All they got to do is play the tapes.
Yep. Play the tapes. I hope somebody screenshotted everything from Twitter because he's been banned off Twitter, you know, so. Be convicted.
I think they've got enough support this time. Victory, yeah, because he's challenging our security. They're working across the aisle to make sure that they, and people across the aisle are emotional too. They're not having it. They're just disgusted. And I get there's the support because it's treason. Taking the action legally.
What are you getting, Johnny?
I had justice at the core again. So there's a yes, but somebody, I don't know exactly how they try to accomplish this, but somebody's trying to delay it.
Probably Lindsay.
Probably Lindsay. Oh, Lindsay, the mob just came after you in the airport. Like from now on, you're a target. Licking boots ain't gonna help you.
Yeah.
I'm getting that there's knowledge of what he did. There's the vote, and there's like some sort of a hearing here. It's not telling me a straight yes, no. It's like they know what happened. There's the vote, and there's a hearing, because of the attack that was delivered that caused chaos and confusion and huge loads of trouble. Here's my question. There was a report that Mitch McConnell said that he's done with Donald Trump. If I saw Lindsey,
2 weeks left. Yeah.
If I saw Lindsey Graham at the airport, that means the Senate ain't home. The Senate's not there, right? So is this going to sit on Mitch McConnell's desk until he decides he wants to? You know what I mean? I don't care.
Yeah,
as long as
gotta call him back.
As long as he gets impeached, so he can't wiggle out of this, even with bullcrap self pardons. You know what I mean? So will Mitch McConnell allow a vote for the impeachment? Or
call everybody back and get it to the floor immediately. We just know Lindsay's dying to get in an airport again. Mm-hmm. Literally, maybe for entertainment purposes, only YouTube.
Mitch McConnell allow a vote to convict and remove. Mitch McConnell allow a vote to convict and remove. That's a yes.
Yeah, they're burdening him across, on both sides of the aisle.
Mm-hmm.
There's a yes vote.
I mean, he's not loyal to anybody but himself. He got his tax cuts. He got his judges. You had to go hide under your desk while Donald Trump let out his goons. You know what I mean? What did you get, Johnny?
Yeah, yes, but he's not happy about it because they get to lose their guy. Now, mind you, never mind.
No, Johnny, go. Bring it all about, honey. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
You should have been the first one. You just got attacked by your own president that you helped protect for 4 years.
Uh-huh.
This time, instead of falling up the stairs, you had to go willingly down to the floors because you had to hide from all the people that you let him sick on you. You should be so excited about it.
Yep. You know what's funny?
The bounty,
You know what's funny? I heard the recordings today from the people that were storming the Capitol, wanting to see where Mike Pence was because they were gonna, what they were gonna do to Mike Pence. And that man still could not grow the spine to 25th Amendment when he had his wife and daughters there.
The only way they're going to be able to diffuse the anxiety and all the, anger and everything is to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Like Rana said, it's like they have to all, as a collective, as all the Republicans, get together and tell the truth that there was no voter fraud. We're sorry. We went on Fox News and rammed it down your throat.
Yeah.
That's the only way they're going to diffuse the situation.
So here's another question, Jenny. Cori Bush, which is a Justice Democrat, she is brand new to the Congress. This year, she just won her election, so she's there now. She's writing articles to expose the members in the House who are still part of this whole sedition caucus. And I don't know what actions people are calling for. Ted Cruz and Josh Hawley were the two prominent ones, and the others in the Senate, part of it was the seditious 12, and I guess now it's the seditious 6. However, I did see, well, you don't have to expel them. It's written in the Constitution. It is the 14th Amendment, Section 3, that any member of the Congress that participates in sedition is out. You're out. So it's like, will anybody use, the 14th Amendment against those in their not in their party, but within their ranks?
Yeah.
That are still for sedition for their own political aspirations,
And they took pictures.
And what, Johnny, pardon?
I think it was one of them from one of the Virginias. It was Virginia, West Virginia, something like that. They took pictures.
Yep.
Their faces are all over social media, all over the media, all over everywhere. He went and broke the law and took pictures.
That was the delegate. He was a delegate in West Virginia, and I watched the video today of the FBI coming up to his house and arresting him.
I love it.
Yep.
Help us find these.
But any members of Congress get kicked out on sedition.
So stupid.
I'm getting victory to endings. I'm going to say 2 because I got a lot of 2 cards. It's like, again, the card of the night working across the aisle for me. And having seen the seeds that they sowed, those that were in cahoots within the government, that their actions spoke for what they did. I keep getting 2 cards, or cards that have a 2 on it. It should be all 140 of them, but maybe it's 2 days or something. I don't know. 2 months or something.
Mm-hmm. What are you getting, Johnny?
I get 2 or 3. There's a woman here who is desperately trying to hold on, though. And then there's a man here, too. 3 of Pentacles. There might be, I was going to say 3, but these 2 people might be a party to something. Kind of like they have a little small group and it's 3 of them. But 2 of them, I think, go down for sure.
That might be Josh Hawley and Ted Cruz, maybe. Because those are the names that have been most prominent these last couple of days since this happened. Because they're both, it's pretty obvious that they're both planning their 2024 run. You know who else we should look at? I'm getting a yes. I'm getting someone that is passionate to their party, someone that was very passionate at a rally is going to be made to suffer here. So I'm reading that as a yes. You know what I just thought of, Jenny? And it just popped into my head. When I was telling you Matt Gaetz or whatever, who were the 2 a-holes that just got the Medal of Honor or Medal of Freedom from Donald Trump? Was it the Jim Jordan person, and who else?
Devin Nunes.
Devin Nunes. Were they in on the inside job? I'm going to let Lucy in because he's banging on the door.
I bet you.
let's see. Just trying to get a timeline for when Trump's going to be gone. Thank you, KSW.
KSW, if I had to say, without pulling cards, so she didn't have to vote against Trump.
Yeah, all these people resigning. They don't want to have to vote on the 25th Amendment. The people from the cabinet, Betsy DeVos, Elaine Chao, they're all afraid to vote for the 25th, so they're just getting out. They're cowards.
And they got 2 weeks of work left and think they're doing something, noble, at least
heroic.
People.
Yeah, you don't even need us to throw cards on that. They're cowards.
Yeah.
Running with the tail between their legs.
Because why quit now? He's been horrible for 4 years.
If they vote 25th Amendment, then they're going to have all those peanut butter boys showing up at their houses,
They were there for the grift and the grift alone. That's it. Hi, Lori.
So Nunes and
Gates, or not Gates. What's his face? Jim Jordan.
Jim Jordan.
Jim Jordan helped the insurrectionist. What, did you read already, Johnny?
Mm-mm.
Yep, he's part of the circle. He's part of the ring. He contact. What's the other guy's name? Devin Cow.
Devin Nunes. You're thinking of Devin Nunes's cow.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. Devin Nunes helped the insurrection.
Their parody account.
There's some more, at least 3.
There is more. They're messaging, to the like-minded people in secret. They wanted to burden America. Guess what? Didn't work. They're stuck right in the middle of it. Judgment's going to be on them too, so they're not going to like it. Somebody's going to talk about it. So that could be who else besides Matt Gaetz is going to go from.
Did you go already, Johnny?
But I got 3. But I got a guess, but there's at least 3.
At least 3?
Yes, so it's them 2, and it's probably 5 because I get the 5 here too that I was really thinking about, but it's at least 3.
Yeah, I get
horrible cards on Nunes.
Yeah, I get a yes on what's his face, Jim Jordan. The transition here, an opportunity for a commitment, an opportunity for a promise and a stay. This is a yes. The cow, I'm getting that he's happy about a party. He's happy about a rally or something that causes big problems and chaos. This is a yes. Big trouble. He was happy to assist in big trouble. But there's, like Johnny said, he's getting 3 and 5. So I would say 5, Johnny, because it's more than. Now the question is, will they be found out? Will they, after the proper investigation? Because I'm sure they're going to have a thorough investigation. Is any of this back to these people?
There's 7 sealed indictments already over the riots.
Yeah. So will they get found out? That's the thing, because I don't think they would have done something like that without thinking that they had cover. I mean, you can't possibly be that stupid.
Yeah, you can.
To assist in an insurrection from the inside and think you're not going to get caught. Like.
But they do what, the foreign CATA does with the white CATA. The leaders, you go out, cause damage. They don't go out there with you, though.
Mm-hmm. Nope, they let you do it because you're disposable.
Yeah.
You are disposable. You're a pawn.
They'll find more on Facebook.
Yep. There are emissaries for the king that are upset about Biden, that, there is a whole bunch of them. And because they were talking to other members in Congress, their challenge is somebody's going to move forward on this. Nancy's going to know and block them. Out. Boom. Liars and bullies. 3 of them again. I'm getting it. 3, 2. They're waiting. They want, it's like they want to get rid of Trump first. They're waiting right now, but she's pissed. Somebody peeing around her office. She's pissed. Who wouldn't be?
And you went already, John?
I got a yes. It's initially blocked, and then it's exposed.
Yep, that's kind of like what I get to. Once the smoke clears here with the clouds, you get to see who was passionate and backed this thing. Yep.
There's always a trail. On the news, they're asking the same questions we're asking. We just happen to be throwing cards on it. You know, they're asking, like, how did they know where Pelosi's office was? How did they know where this room was?
Yep. And here's the thing, another thing that I think it's on everyone's minds, that, you know, these patriots vandalized the Capitol. And what's most concerning is they stole laptops. They stole paperwork. You would be naive to not think that perhaps there were some spies somewhere in there. You know,
you cause the chaos, then I'll do the damage.
Yep.
I'm going to say it again. You know, they have stolen the meaning of the flag and as you said, Becca, patriot. Yeah, so we have to take that back. So I want everybody to fly a flag on Inauguration Day. We have to take our flag back because they have just disgraced it and they try to own it just like the rebel flag.
Yep. I was talking to my sister about it yesterday. I was like, for anybody to call me a patriot, you know, because I'm former military, it's cringeworthy because that word has been co-opted now to be one and the same with insurgent. You know, a traitor. It's they've muddied that too. They've desecrated the meaning of that. You know, so
patriot, freedom flag.
Yeah.
Thank you, Suzanne, Judy, and Catherine.
Oh, thank you, Suzanne, Judy, and Catherine. So,
my comments aren't moving.
Mine aren't either in the
mine aren't either. I had to go over to your YouTube channel. Our chat's frozen in StreamYard, guys, so we're not seeing the super chats. I tried to put it on private chat and back over to public comments, and it's not feeding.
Mine's stuck too. So you guys want to get petty for a minute?
Let's get really petty, but just to let everybody know, anyone super chatting, we're not seeing it. So thank you for your donations. Just know that we can't acknowledge them because we're not seeing them feed through. They are on YouTube. They're not in StreamYard.
So Spanky has been permanently put on Twitter. Twitter, like that's it. He got kicked off.
Banned forever from Twitter, which I'm sure they'll go after. Yeah, for life. I'm sure that they will go after Junior and Eric because those loud mouths can't keep it shut either, you know, and Giuliani. How's he feeling right now that they took away his Twitter? Like, did they send I Eat Paste to Toys R Us to buy his daddy a toy phone and give it to him? Like, here you go, Dad, you got your Twitter back. You know? You know he's tweeting it on their accounts.
Yeah. Like, how is he feeling that he got kicked off of Twitter?
Only took him 4 years.
Only 4 years.
Twitter and Facebook, this is half your fault too.
This is all their fault.
Put a new a long time ago.
Hi, Artie.
Way.
How is Trump feeling about being kicked off of Twitter and Facebook?
Here he is, blocked. Blocked, banned for life. He's not accepting it. He's still doing it in secret through an abundance of other people's accounts, especially Junior's. He's still tweeting. He's like, give me that phone. He's still tweeting because he loves it. He's trying to reach his supporters still. He's under somebody else's name.
I don't think that would give him much satisfaction for long, because for him, it's about him.
Yeah.
You know?
His brand name.
Yeah.
Stupid fool. I do.
You get it too. He's blocked.
He's blocked. And he is very emotional. Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups. But he has manipulated one of his minions, aka children, and he's using theirs. But mind you, like Becca said, this is not. He needs an out to this. Like he's going stir crazy. He needs an out to this. This is not the same as him doing it under his real Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. It's his name to be attached to his tweets. That way, his vial can be connected to him.
All he has to do is go over on Parler. That's where all his minions are.
That's where they are.
Or will he try to use his? Because at real Donald Trump, that's his own personal Twitter account. Will he try to go under his presidential Twitter account to keep him out? But I'm getting that right now. He's exceptionally agitated, confused, irritable, out of his mind, nuts. But he's persistent here and getting access here. You know, he's going to keep being stubborn with his craziness for access here.
He doesn't like being turned away, so he's going to still try to find a way to get on Twitter.
Yep. Which makes me wonder if he's going to try to use, the presidential Twitter account, which then he'll be the first president to get impeached twice, get kicked off Twitter on their personal account, and get kicked off the presidential Twitter.
I would think if they ban him for life, that they've blocked the presidential one until it turns over to Joe Biden.
Oh, what a fool. You guys, I can't.
Oh, God.
I can't.
What kind of world is this that the president of the United States gets kicked off Twitter for inciting a riot to attack his own country, to overthrow an election that he lost 433 times?
Mm-hmm.
Go to sleep, young man.
The ego is so big, the POTUS account wasn't good enough for him, so we had to keep using his real Donald Trump because he wants to be a dictator in his name.
Mm-hmm.
And all people, free speech. That's not free speech. Free speech protects you from the government censoring you, not Twitter. Twitter is not the government.
And oh God! And then what else I had seen that those pictures that I had sent you from the fascists that were marching in the Capitol. Ivanka Trump had tweeted at that picture and had said, "American Patriots," when they're wearing a shirt that says 6MWE, meaning 6 million, or 6M. What is it?
Yeah, 6 million wasn't enough. It's
6 billion wasn't enough. It's a Nazi Hitler freaking anti-Semitic shirt. Mind you, she's Jewish. Her husband's Jewish. Her children are Jewish. And she took that one picture and said, "American Patriots." She since took it down because I'm sure she got some legal counsel that was like, "Hey,
they're so stupid. I don't think they know what it means."
No,
I think they're just.
And then here's another question: what is Donald Trump's legal counsel telling him right now? Because there's been a lot of talk on the media about his legal counsel telling him that's why they made him make that bullcrap video, because he might be criminally liable for inciting the insurrection. So he made that video that he didn't want to make. So
he's still appealing to his base in it. He still can't shut up.
He's still insisting that it was wrong and it was stolen and So
riling him up still.
What are they telling him?
Yeah, what are they advising him? Yeah. Oh, the chat started moving again, but I don't know how far behind it is.
I see it now.
Thank you, Rosemary.
McConnell just said that he will not let the Senate vote on impeachment. Did I see that? Because the chat was stuck and then it just.
Thank you.
McConnell just announced that he would not let Senate consider impeachment until January 19th.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Renee. Trying to catch up on some of your super chats.
So when does the new Senate come in?
Well, Ossoff and Warnock, I would think, are
So then why is
sworn in immediately.
So why is Mitch McConnell still the leader? When does the new Senate come in?
Well, they broke session, so they haven't. Thank you, Anna. They haven't sworn anybody in yet because they got to get Pence in there to swear them in. But they ended session, so they haven't called them up there yet.
What a way to shit the bed, Republicans. You just had a guy try to overthrow the government, and you're like, well, cool. We'll tackle it on the 19th.
When it's tied like it is, the party of the president, it takes over as Senate majority. So Schumer won't have it until Biden's sworn in. Because it's tied. So McConnell will be there as majority leader till Biden's sworn in. Biden and
Profile and courage.
Wait,
right
what was our question?
What is his legal counsel telling him?
Oh, yeah.
What is he being advised by his legal counsel?
Inside joke. Run, bitch, run.
Yes, Johnny.
To show strength, or to be a or to put on a show of strength. But they are telling him that it does not look good, though, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Swords, that you are pretty much screwed because you screwed yourself. Interesting in this deck, I guess deck chooses the reading once again. The Queen of Swords is a law card for me, and this is the only one, even through the zombie decks I have, even through all the grotesque ones that I have, this is the only Queen of Swords that's holding a head.
Huh.
She's got somebody's head in her hands.
Oh, a head.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Adrian. Oh, thank you, Adrian. She's holding
somebody's head. So he is done. They are telling him that it doesn't look good. They're not going straight out and telling him you lost, you need to, give up and all this. They're telling him, you need another plan. They don't have an answer. They're just telling him it doesn't look good and you need to show strength.
Yeah, they're telling him he's out in the cold. It's a little bit like what Lindsay said, like celebrate your victories, celebrate the things that you have done. But the challenge is all the lies he keeps telling, from the White House as the fool. So they're trying to warn him how to protect himself because of the riot. So they're also telling him, I think, you're going to go, you got to work with the transition team and you got to make some new plans because you got to go. You got to go. You're retiring. It's over. Everybody's turning their back on you now.
Mm-hmm.
Narcissists have abandonment issues. How does he feel about his cabinet people resigning and leaving him?
I'm getting that he's telling them to make the choice the results of the election are in here. The election, the news about the election. He knows his legal counsel. He may have more than one too. So Lord forbid if Giuliani's in his ear. He's telling him, I'm assuming here, based on this, that what Giuliani is telling him about the media here is going to put him in legal jeopardy between these two, because this is usually a pair. This is multiples here. So I don't know if this would be Pat Cipollone telling him something or someone saying, hey, be careful with who you're listening to. Whose advice you're taking for your career.
He likes Crazy Rudy. Thank you, Marby.
Yep. You guys, I'm gonna put myself on mute and stuff. I gotta go feed Bubbies because he's like in here tormenting me. You guys wanna stuff?
We'll read on that. What does he feel
about the cabinet abandoning him? Because narcissists have abandonment issues.
And not just that, but the GOP is distancing themselves too. So,
Yeah, the people that have supported him in the GOP leaving him, everybody leaving him.
Yep. I'll be right back.
Or
I'm
me,
not
or me.
I'm not impressed. Now you leave him. Now that you know.
Yeah. Barr, now that he's gone saying, oh, this isn't right. Yeah, screw you, Barr.
Nothing has ever been right. What are you doing now? You got 2 weeks of work left and you quit at the end. Okay.
Wait till Stephen Miller leaves him. That'll be like the lowest of the low. When Stephen Miller walks away from you, we got to read on that. Is he going to leave him?
He's stuck like a boil.
Well, he's I have on the bottom. Yeah, it's over the supposed riots is why they're leaving or whatever. He's arguing with them though. You know, here he is in the White House. His challenge is to find anybody that still stays with him because they're all leaving him. And he's got Nancy sitting right below him, getting ready to impeach. He's still looking at his steady money and the emissaries for the king, and trying to get them to work for him to keep securing him. He's still trying to retain some sort of power, but that's getting cut. He's getting bullied right back.
There's still some more, I guess, that are to come here with the White House, with the Four of Wands and the Knight of Wands, that some people are still on the way to leaving. I just find this reading very hard to believe. Well, not hard to believe, but hard to grasp. There is a change in emotion, like a huge, gigantic change. So he is not happy. He is very upset. He is very this. He is very that. But he is also confused as to why it's happening. Which is, at this point, I mean, okay, never mind. It's Donald Trump.
His head's so blown up so big that he can't understand that people do not love him, that he wasn't the best president.
But his perspective changed because of his judgment call. That's what's at the root of it, is his judgment. And the Hangman is there. The Ten of Cups is here, and he's there with the Ten of, like, he doesn't believe or doesn't understand why they would abandon him now.
So let's look at, is Stephen Miller going to abandon him before the 20th?
Now, mind you, I guess in a way he could be right. I could give him that bone, because they're not really abandoning you because of what you did. Because you've always done horrible things. They're abandoning you for their own self-interest. This ain't really got nothing to do with him either.
Yeah.
Ain't.
They didn't abandon him after Charlottesville. It's so different. Stephen Miller, you gonna run out? You got your new baby to look after. Spawn Satan. He's clinging to him. I don't think, it's like family now. I don't think he'll go. He's still working day to day. I don't think he'll go until Trump goes, until Trump makes a move, because he's so bonded with him, like adores him, offers him the loving cup, so I don't think he'll go until Trump goes. I think he's going to be like a bat hanging from the ceiling as long as Trump's got a foot in the White House.
Mm-hmm. He's going to finish his time there with the Wheel of Fortune. I do get a walking away card, but it's not from Trump. So I'm trying to figure out from what. It's probably just something personal. Maybe the spotlight itself. Maybe that's pretty much what it is. Center of attention for me. So he may be going away from that, but no, he's stuck like glue to Donald Trump.
Yeah, they're like family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Becca, are you back?
Yes, I'm back. I have to go feed puppies.
Okay, I'm going to take myself out for a second because I got to go warm up my tea.
Oh, okay. Okay. Johnny, what did you guys read on while I was feeding bubbies?
Just that, and what was the question? Well, more of his cat. No, how does he feel about his cabinet leaving? And will Stephen Miller leave him?
Oh, that rat's going down with the ship.
Yeah, he's going to stay there.
So, I have a question, Johnny. I know what my head is saying, but I'd be curious to see what the cards have to say. Why is Mitch McConnell saying that they won't bring it to the floor for a vote on impeachment until the 19th, the day before inauguration? That gives you 11 days to just skip town.
Mm-hmm.
So why is he doing that? Why will Mitch McConnell not allow a vote on impeachment until the 19th? With something this serious. Well, actually, a vote on convicting him.
Yeah, because that's conviction at that point.
Uh-huh. Why will Mitch McConnell not allow a vote to convict Donald Trump until the 19th?
He is trying to slow the inevitable, or slow the process with the Chariot and the Two of Wands. His job he has never done, period. Because you have his work and you have the devil. There is still a underlining self-interest there, and it is probably to protect image with the Knight of Cups. This is still about him in a way.
Uh-huh.
It is still about even greed in a way. I hate everything to be about money, but there's still some greed in there too.
Uh-huh.
Because the King of Pentacles is here. That's the greedy king. So something is still, he's not doing his job because he is still protecting his image, and something about his greed too.
Interesting that you say that, because I'm getting, here's the boat with the crossroads. What is that? What cards are those, Johnny?
10 of Cups and Temperance to keep the family together.
I'm getting, here's the boat with the crossroads. Money comes to an end. Here, donors. Doesn't want to lose donors, doesn't want to lose the abundance that he has. Well, you done lost the election. He cost you the election. You know what I mean? And he's worried here about power. He's worried about losses here. This is a loss, and this is a loss that, this is like a quick loss. This is a loss that takes away over time. Even though this person in a position of authority has betrayed the institution here, but he's worried about the vote, that money is going to dry up. Money is going to come to an end. And that's what he's worried about, because this person betrayed the government. What is it going to take for him to actually bomb the Capitol?
Somebody needed to actually get their hands on him, probably.
And even then, just like he...
And like we were saying earlier, these people got in, they knew exactly where to go. Everybody was not a rioter. Everybody, there was enough people, they needed enough people to create enough chaos, while the other people went and did their own little thing. Because that one child who got shot in the neck, she didn't know how to get through the door. Everybody else was where they were supposed to be. These were the stupid people that were causing the distraction.
Yep. There were plants within the mob.
Just like the officers who opened the door, there were people on the in the crowd that knew where to go.
Yep. So, Johnny, have you read on what happens to Ted Cruz? Because Ted Cruz has been hated by his own caucus more than Mitch McConnell. I
said I have not, but we can. I got a 3 of Swords fly out.
Let's do it. because he was hated more than Mitch McConnell by his own caucus.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's on this scam, being a seditionist. Remember when he shut down the government long ago under Obama just to get the stage and the celebrity? His entire party hates him. So, like, what happens to him? And then his entire party is distancing themselves from Howley as well. So what happens to Ted Cruz?
I don't think, does anybody in his life like him?
Probably not. I mean, he let him.
You let your wife be punked out by Donald Trump.
Got punked out by Donald Trump, called his wife ugly, called his dad a murderer of JFK, and then that clown is over there phone banking for him. I can't, dude. At least have some integrity. You know what I mean?
At the very least, protect your wife at least, dang.
Yeah, dude, he's so slimy. He's just slimy. Ugh.
Like, if you didn't take a bat to Donald Trump's knees after he talked about your wife, you lost all your manhood right there.
He has no balls, dude. He has no balls. Which
Trump,
let me be real petty right now while Jenny's not in the room because she might frown upon it. I'm not sure. For those of you that are sensitive, you may want to mute me or step out the room right now. But I have to laugh about something in light of the insurrection that we had. I know that there are 5 people that are now dead. The insurrectionist, I feel no sympathy for. So I'm about to make fun of one of the insurrectionists. One of the people that died. You know how he died, Johnny?
Oh.
You want to talk about the stupidest ways to die ever in 2021? This dumb son of a bitch had a taser gun in his pants, right? In his pants. And he was trying to steal a painting and accidentally, I guess the way he was moving or whatever, accidentally discharged the taser gun and tased his own balls repeatedly until he died of a heart attack. I am not kidding you. I am not kidding you.
Why would I be offended at that?
Because it sounds kind of harsh to laugh at a person that died, but I have no sympathy. I'm sorry, I'm not Mother Teresa, but this son of a bitch killed himself by tasing his own balls until he died of a heart attack.
So you know the movie Old School where every time the guy what's his name, Vaughn, wants to say something in front of his kids, he goes earmuffs, so earmuffs room if you don't want to hear it.
I sent you guys the picture because it's all over Twitter. They're like, yeah, he tased his own balls until he died, dude.
So I'm gonna back up to what we was talking about. You went from your house. That guy
tased his own balls until he died.
Of the day. You went all the way from your house where you pay rent and keep yourself warm and safe to a war that is fake. You die for real by your own hand. On accident.
On his tombstone, tased his own balls.
You died for real in a fake war by your own hand. If I was anybody who know you, I would be like, "What? Who is that? I don't know who that is. That ain't no clue to me."
Oh my god! I couldn't stop laughing at that today. I was like, "There is no way. There is no way that really happened." Like the dumbest death of 2021.
Dumb death of the day.
Oh my god.
Yeah, saved us $1 on a bullet.
Oh my god.
Artie is definitely like what y'all talking about and laughing about.
Karma couldn't get all y'all at the same time, but it got some of y'all real quick.
Oh my god.
But she know where you live.
That's tasing on an open fire.
He was trying to steal a portrait, I think. But what in your brain would tell you to put a taser by your balls, man? Like,
why did you need a picture?
These people are not
pin that comment.
What did they say?
chestnuts tasing on an open fire. You know, like chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Chestnuts tasing on an open fire.
Oh my God. I can't either, Johnny. That's like the dumbest freaking thing. I was like, there's no way this is true. So I started looking on, and it was blowing up on Twitter so bad. I was like, no.
And he's standing in that picture with 2 giant guns, and you die by a taser.
And guns on his holsters and everything. That's Grandpa. That's Grandpa there. He tased himself.
Died by a taser. Your own baby.
Tasing himself to death.
God.
I'm sorry. It's sad. It's just pathetically sad.
And these are the people that are supposed to liberate America from tyranny, you guys. And he killed himself by tasing his own balls, like Johnny said, in a fake war.
You can't go. I always say, y'all ain't brave. We'll fight ISIS. You can't fight ISIS. You can't even protect yourself from yourself. ISIS will kill you in the plane 10,000 feet in the air.
Oh Lord, I can't. I mean, the collective intelligence of all those people is like, I mean, a rock. Seriously, it's
because they're not trained soldiers. They're soldier wannabes, you know.
Oh God, they're just
died for real in a fake war.
Oh, I'm going to hell, Johnny, and I'm taking you with me.
Right, that's cool this time of year.
Oh, Lord, what did you pull cards, Johnny?
I didn't pull any. I missed the question. What are y'all reading on?
The question is, what happens to Ted Cruz?
I get suffering. With the hangman and the 3 of swords, somebody not strings him up for real, but somebody binds him, or somebody is holding his future in captivity, like he might be investigated or something like that. He is also thrown out by those around him and singled out even. There is also going to be some talks about what's going on now, because this is not money for the 9 of Cups. This is people. So like his network of sedition and network of that type of thing, they're going to go into that. They're also going to talk about his ties to Donald Trump, because there was some directly. But for the next 4 years, he is going to be very anxious, very worried, lose a lot of sleep. I hope you got something to put in them bags under your eyes, because here they come.
Yep. And I heard that he's losing donors. Same thing with the Howley guy. He lost donors. He lost a book deal. He lost all sorts. I'm getting that. What are you getting, Jenny?
It was a learning opportunity for him. Justice is already behind him. The challenge is he's got all this illumination because he's right in the center of it. So he's having to defend himself, trying to create some new plans. But I get there's going to be a new vote and new action taken against him again, working across the aisle, and he is out in the cold. Like he's kicked out.
No more commissions for you, you seditious smuck. I'm getting that he was seeking loyalty, and he was committed to either ballots, mail, results. He was seeking loyalty through being committed to the results to elevate his success. But look what it ends here. Betrayal, trial, suffering. Not good for you, Ted Cruz. Not good for you.
He's going to get impeached or censured or whatever, kicked out of the Senate.
What's for dinner, honey? These nuts. Y'all play too much.
I mean, you changed yourself once, you quit reaching for the picture you're trying to steal, right? You take
everything off.
Or don't put the taser by your balls. How about that? Like,
you stop what you're doing and move the taser.
He just kept going and kept dispatching the taser and just blew up his balls and died of a heart attack. I can't. I know it's not right to make fun of people that have passed, but
these people attacked their own country. All bets are off for me.
All bets are off for me too. I can't. I mean, Twitter's on fire today, and then TikTok too, making fun of all the idiots that the insurrectionist. Like they were making fun of the lady that got shot because she had put out a video about wanting to go to war or whatever, and there was a TikTok video about, see, now next time you make you need to be very specific when you make a request to the universe, because look what happened, like
you died for real in your fake war.
Sean Hannity over on Fox News still telling people to go to Parler because Trump's banned from Twitter. So what's up with Sean Hannity? And by the way, McConnell is got a memo going on about how they'll handle the impeachment.
Jesus.
Just saw that on Rachel. And
I hope both of McConnell's hands fall off. Both of them.
looks to me like McConnell's going to allow it to go if he's sending a memo out about how they'll handle it.
You better.
He's putting it in writing, so it's nothing that he wouldn't want people to see eventually.
Because what are you hiding under your desk for? What do you think they were going to do? If you thought they were coming to harm you in some way, then you need to be doing everything that you can to make sure it does not happen again.
And mind you, Johnny, this mob, Trump's mob, hold no loyalty to any of them. It's all about Trump. It's all about Trump. They would gladly, if they could have, taken all of them out to install Trump as sole dictator over the entire government.
Because mind you, he didn't come out. They didn't come out to us. They didn't go, trash a grocery store. They didn't have to go. Y'all should be okay. Never mind. Do what you want.
Wait, what were we reading
on? Oh God, I forgot. Was it okay? You talked about Mitch McConnell sending out a memo. We just read off Ted Cruz.
Somebody remind us what we were reading on. I forgot what my question was. It's
about Parler.
Oh, Sean Hannity. Sorry.
Hannity? So why is
party here?
What happens to Sean Hannity, or what's the question?
Wait, just what happened with Sean Hannity? Because he's still encouraging him to go over to Parler, so he's still inciting, as far as I'm concerned.
And Fox News, if this was Antifa or Black Lives Matter, they'd be all over this. The 24-hour coverage of how Antifa and Black Lives Matter attacked the country.
Johnny, that's already the spin over there. They were saying that it was Antifa and Black Lives Matter. Mostly Antifa. That Antifa was sprinkled within the crowds. Meanwhile, all you see is Trump flags and Confederate flags and Trump hats, but Antifa went out and yeah, whatever. So,
we dressed up like them. Okay.
Yep. And I was seeing on the news too that even those that were there, the QAnoners and the Trump people, were there, and they were saying that it wasn't them, that it was the Antifa within the ranks. So even the people that were there were eating that loaf of bullshit.
Thank you, Jameer.
So what happens to Sean Hannity? Oh, there's Fox News.
Look, yeah, his fortune's changing because of Trump. That's his challenge. It's like, you're blocked from Twitter. Here's the plan. Move over here. That's where we'll talk about all the new actions. Yeah, tower on him for security reasons. He might get kicked off Fox News.
I see retirement here in the middle.
Yeah, working in secret on sneaky stuff and sharing information. Collaborating, with these dark people.
Yeah.
Yeah. He might get kicked off Fox News.
I'm getting here that he's happy with Fox, quite literally with the Fox, happy at Fox, happy to manipulate and distort things. But there's something about resignation here because news of a dispute, news of an attack, news of abuse. Here. Yep. What are you getting, Johnny? Is he going to be driving the getaway car?
There is something negative going on with him in the government, so that's more than likely Trump. Page of Swords and the Hierophant. There's also going to be an extreme lapse. This is actually oxymoron, probably, in his morals with that Hierophant too. Because
Like we have any.
I'm going to say no, actually, because I got the Magician, which I call my ultimate liar, because you know the devil's going to lie to you. The Magician is the one who leads you to believe in the reality that he created. And then there's the Moon, sowing some discord, and then there's the devil. So I get all three cards for liar that I have in the deck, and he's got all three in the same row.
I love
So
it.
he's going to sow some massive confusion. He is also being paid to do so. That part is going to come out, though, that there's somebody that he is on the purse strings of, and I think somebody in his family is also going to face some legal issues.
Ooh.
Like that's going to come out some sort of way, because this is built up over time too with the Seven of Pentacles. So somebody in his family has been doing something for quite some time, and that's going to be brought out to the open too.
So Dominion Voting Machines is suing Sydney.
Jenny, you read my mind, because I was just thinking that 1.3 billion with a B. With a B, I can tell you she ain't got that kind of money.
But
So
it's just really a lot of fun. Let's see how her court case is going to go.
I have a really dumb question. What happens if they sue her for 1.3 billion and the judge says, you know what, Dominion, you got the case here. Yeah, Sydney Powell pay up 1.3 billion. What happens if you don't have the 1.3 billion, even if you sell everything?
They garnish her wages for the rest of her life.
And she goes into default, and then she loses all her stuff.
They take her home, they take her cars, they take her everything.
But even then, she won't have 1.3 billion worth. See what I'm saying? So what happens?
It doesn't matter. It's a point they're making. But that's how wrong this woman was. We're going to sue you for 1.3 billion because you've damaged our business and our reputation.
Yep. And you know what? That's a big ass corporation. They're going to get their way. So what
She's
happens?
such a good lawyer. Let's see what kind of evidence she can pull out of her hat. How's this going to go, Sydney?
She's going to pull out evidence from the Quackanon conspiracy theory chat forums.
I can't stand to listen to her because she sounds like Mitch McConnell, only in a female voice. Like, yeah, she talks like him. I'm like, oh my god.
Outcome of Sydney Powell's court case. Show me the outcome of Sydney Powell's court case. Let's see Trump take up that bill and pay off her fines.
I mean, they could go after her for jail time, but they're going after money with her, which is funny. No, she is in danger. You're in danger, girl.
You're in danger, girl.
I get she loses.
I
get Justice, Queen of Swords, and the Tower. So I get she loses this one.
Oh, she in trouble.
Yeah, because her fortunes are changing, judgments on her. All her bullying of them and trying to say they shifted votes and stuff. Here comes the judge. She's gonna be paying some steady money through the court system. Steady. And if she doesn't pay up, she'd be going to jail later.
I see that she was conspiring with another friend here. There's more than one here, because this is usually a pair. And then there's this one here. Another person that was committed to this effort for someone's career and reputation to block or delay something. What they were saying was bad about the company. But ultimately, the results of her court case is she's going to lose for a very, 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 very long time. The argument against her is deeply rooted. Deeply, deeply, deeply rooted. She loses. She loses this one. Her argument does not stand. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you in trouble, girl. You in trouble.
Be going to Rudy crematorium next.
Well, they had said a while ago that they were, before they did her, they said that they were considering filing lawsuits against her, Rudy Giuliani, and Donald Trump. Well, now they already got Sidney Powell. So when's Rudy and Trump going to get theirs? Because they're still not stopping. They're still, you know.
They win one with her, then they've got evidence that the others lied too.
Yep. Yep. That's hilarious.
Let's look at Rudy, you know, because purely for entertainment purposes only, you know, he wanted combat, you know, in the rally.
Oh God.
Let's look at Rudy. Maybe he's one of those sealed indictments. Waiting for the next administration to come in, the new DOJ, before they indict, so there's no pardons. Oh, my chat froze up again.
Yeah, mine did too.
Thank you, James. Back on YouTube so I can catch up your super chats a little.
Knock, knock, FBI. I should do a GT on this one.
Yeah, because he's in the thick of so much between Ukraine and need a whole grand tableau on him.
And I'm sure he was in cahoots with Trump and telling him who to call to tell him to withhold the National Guard from coming out.
He looks like he's trying to go away on a trip to get away. He's trying to look overseas for help. Help me! Emissary for the king. He's got burden on him, you know, because of his things with Trump and all his plans he made with Trump. His fortune's changing, and now you got big problems, dude. Now you're going to be isolated. Now they're going to look at everything you've done. They're going to charge in with the court systems. There's money laundering. Also, they're going to be looking at, and you're in for the fight of your life. There's investigations and judges both on you. But he's you know, he's either going to claim he's sick or he's going to try to go away on a trip somewhere. Like, I'm sick. I can't go to court. You know, my cancer's back or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting because I get that he might be labeled a flight risk at some point.
Yes, sir.
I get the 8 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. There's somebody trying to ground him and to keep him in one place. They are trying to heavily burden him to. Exposure is coming. And I'm trying to get the person because I don't think it comes from him this time. I think that somebody else casts the light upon what he's done. There's also a scheme about overthrowing something, or a scheme about I'm going to stick with that. Here in the Wheel of Fortune, this little creature here, which is where my eyes went, this is Typhoon. This is the person who tried to overthrow Zeus. And that's the one who also got destroyed by Zeus and cast down to the earth, kind of like the Lucifer and God story. He is going to be exposed. I don't know exactly by who. And his schemes are going to be at the forefront, but this is also attached to something he did in the past too.
Mm-hmm.
This is not necessarily a new issue. It also has something to do with money and offers that somebody made him that he took them up on. And this might have something to do with someone confusion. So this might be because what I asked is what's going to happen to him going forward. There's also the not Ukraine, but the Hunter Biden thing is here too. So that's what I get.
I'm getting that there were some things that may have been buried that are going to be resurrected, and it has to do with negotiations, phone calls, and meetings that he was involved with. There may be some whistleblowers coming out, or someone speaking up, or a phone call that gets released because he's got the birds right over his head with the storks. He's talking about change, he's talking about improvement, and also his ties to overthrow government down here. Overthrow the government, his conspiracy theories, but there's something really important here about a meeting or a phone call that he made that gets released. He's been lying here about the election. He's also looking at serious trouble for him about the elections here. I will not be surprised when FBI comes around, because here's an institution that is loyal, that has investigators here. So I would be looking at like FBI. And he's also been involved with another person here and something to do with defrauding the government. He's been in meetings with about 7 to 12 people where they perhaps discussed not just the insurrection here this way, but some sort of something fraudulent here for his friend. Okay, so the person that he was advising, Donald Trump. I do see the flight risk this way too, Johnny, because this would be leaving and returning in an institution. So this would be like an airport. There's people watching him, and he's going to be quite depressed, and he's going to be looking for ways to sneak out and get out of this, weasel his way out of this, looking over his shoulder. But he's got a serious choice to make soon that he's going to try to weasel out of. But there's more than one institution coming after him, though. There's several. So he might be getting in trouble with several courts in several districts. Like, we conspired in this state and then went back over here and took action in this state. Do you see what I'm saying? So he could be looking at state and federal, or several states and several federals, but he's got several institutions here. It could just also mean that while he was advising Trump as his personal attorney, while Trump was in the White House and being in all these meetings and everything, he could be in trouble with other areas of government as well. I don't know if he had access to like not just DOJ, but I don't know, OMB or wherever the hell that he was sticking his nose in and advising Trump to lie and do shady stuff. Do you see what I'm saying? So he's got several issues here and several investigations that are coming after this guy, but he's going to be looking over his shoulder for a bit and trying to sneak out.
That's what his old buddies were trying to do, Lev and Igor.
Oh, that might be something with Lev and Igor here, because it's two friends here, and then right here.
They were trying to sneak too and got caught by the FBI at the airport, no less.
Yep, because here's an airport this way. This is usually an old air, but it can also mean a very small group between 7 to 12 people that were involved. You're in trouble for being a dumbass.
They said Google Play and Apple are going to suspend Parler.
It's okay. All these idiots are going to do is they have iPhones. They're just going to be like, screw this. We're going to go get. Oh, no, because it's getting cut off on Google too, right? So you can't even do it if you have a what do you call it? An Android phone.
Android or Apple. You can't get it on your phone.
Nope.
It's going to have to be a computer thing.
Unless people find ways of creating the back doors to.
I think the FBI is in Parler, so y'all might want to avoid it. I would say.
And we had read a while ago that Parler would eventually get shut down, go the way of what was it, MySpace? That we had read a while ago that they would get shut down. You know
how stupid, when you've got Sean Hannity telling you go over to Parler. It's like, okay, so of course that's where the FBI is going to be sitting and watching.
Yeah,
maybe that was that woman, because there was a woman in his reading too. But I just figured that's probably part of the family, since Rebecca Mercer is the money behind Parlor, maybe she's the one who gets into a little trouble too.
Yep, because she's funding it. You're basically putting up a platform to indoctrinize and radicalize Americans with false conspiracy theories and then turn them into insurrectionists.
Let's look at that. Is Rebecca Mercer finally going to get in trouble?
Greed and power is worse than cocaine and crack and heroin and my God. Like, you would really cause this kind of chaos just for money and power?
Yep.
That's
Yes,
not,
they would. Yes, they would, Johnny.
that's not even worth it.
Especially with somebody like Mercer. It's like you have enough money for the next 500 lifetimes. Let it
So
go.
enjoy your life. What are you doing?
Mhm.
Want to miss
That's the thing,
somebody
we get
else's
bored
life?
of taking it out on the rest of society. They're going to come for you eventually because you got all the stuff.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
Yep. I'm getting it.
He and Daddy both. They're going to be in for a fight. Judgment already sitting on them, an investigation coming. Blocking her. Knock, she gets a subpoena for all her work.
I get yes, and it has to do with donations, funding. Donations and funding.
What's that man's name? It was one of them royal people who is tied to the Epps guy, who they can't get.
And Prince Andrew.
Yeah, it feels like this here. Like there's an investigation and some action that is going to be taken by the emperor here. So this is not Biden, and this is not what you call it. This Merrick. This is somebody else. So this is some sort of FBI, CIA, whoever it is that is investigating something. But it's somebody high up in the chain, though. But she's elsewhere. She's not here. I got the 8 of Wands in the world, and then I got the 6 of Swords and the whatever that is. So she's like she's somewhere else in the world. But yeah, she is being investigated, but for whatever reason, she might be out of reach.
Hopefully out of reach, meaning like 6 feet under out of reach. You know, I'm sorry to go there, but I have no sympathy for these people. You unleash this on the rest of us so that you can go climb higher up your mountain where you don't need anything else. You have enough.
And that just brings me all the way back. Do I have it up here? No. But the Tower card, that's what that is. This castle sitting up on high, away from the rest of society. Nobody can take you down, just like the Titanic, but you challenge God, God will answer. I just let you know that.
Enough is never enough, as Trump's niece said.
He will blast you right out the sky, and I'm here for it.
So can we take a, now that we're speaking of Spanky, you guys want to see what he's going to be doing within the next 2 weeks?
Pulling the rest of his hair out.
He's packing his bags and moving.
Again, he's having conversations about transition with the 8 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. There's also possibly conversations about escape. There's also going to be a lot of talking with his kids about something. Or I should say, boy 1, boy 2, girl 1, and girl 2 with Ivanka and Jared and Eric and Junior. There is also like he's ready for ready for the change. It's not actually accurate, but he's going to endure the change. With the death card here. But he is actually finally talking about plan B right now. Somebody else is doing damage control. He's not very good at that type of thing. But he's talking about the exit, is what I keep getting. These conversations everywhere. But here's a card for you, though, Donald Trump. It's over, buddy. Both of them kicked you behind. I just want you to know that. I just want you to know.
He's all burdened of the challenges. He's got people working on both sides of the aisle burdening him now. And that confuses him. Like he legitimately is confused. Like, why are they judging me so hard? I'm just, working hard every day. But, here comes the new government with Biden, and that starts something new, and that changes his fortunes in a big way. So he's just trying to delay that, to delay the inevitable. They've got stuff to share with you, and they want to have some meetings, and, justice is coming for you, and he's just going to try to get away. He's going to try to go somewhere they can't get him. It's not going to work because everybody knows who he is.
I am getting that this kind of sort of plea that there's going to be a delay on something from getting out into the public. So I'm wondering if that's his impeachment. I don't see the impeachment here. I just see that there's a delay right here from coming out to the public. I'm also seeing that what he's manipulated his supporters financially for his own stability is dead. That has come to an end. That's going to cause him a big problem. Shit, my grift is done. See what I'm saying? Because there's financial fraud here. And I see very important conversations about money and business down here. Ongoing negotiations, ongoing phone calls, ongoing messages, ongoing perhaps tweets, but he's been blocked from Twitter, but he's still doing something quite possibly that could be like Twitter. He's still trying to get his word out. But there's something significantly important here that has to do with money and business from coming to light and talking and meeting about that. The children here, talking about the children here, or talking to the children like Johnny was getting, and then there's fighting and abuse here, but then they clear. It's all
tweeting through the children, isn't it?
Yeah, tweeting through the children, but because there's argument here. There's a significant verbal argument here, and successful business in something new for his career and reputation. Up here, it's financial fraud and support from his supporters, his base that comes to an end. So the grift of I'm running for 2024, it's done, it's over, and then there's a big problem, and then something that comes out to the public. There's a manipulation here. It's like a false friendship. Like he's been manipulating to these people, no loyalty here, and then a party. He's looking at the incredible mountain of issues he's going to have here with finances and resources. His power that has been cemented here is blocked. So this may also have something to do with the hearings that are going to start coming up here. Because they're going to do it very briefly on the floor and just talk, vote, and that's it. Because it shows here that his power that he's trying to cement was delayed. It was a failed effort here for the coup or whatever. But moving forward, there's something here about financial fraud, conversations about business. What I do not see here, what is interesting that I do not see here is pardons. Because I don't have the cross. And there's all this stuff about he's thinking about issuing self-pardons and stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if he's trying to manipulate Pence into pardoning him, because this is the manipulation of a friend, a false friend, and then that friendship comes to an end. But then there's freedom here, and then there's freedom here.
Well, he won't let him in the White House now because he didn't do his job, so to speak.
Oh, so he's been kicked out of the White House too?
He hadn't been back. I'm assuming he's not letting him in.
Because he's getting counsel from somebody here. Here with these two, the dog and the birds. And there's ongoing negotiations here about something that they're meeting. They're negotiating. They're an important negotiation here about something that they're going to have to fight, or an important verbal argument here, verbal abuse here, criticisms. But it's almost like manipulating power for loyal support comes to an end, and then there's a big problem, but then he's out here in the public. And
he's put out of the White House and now out in the public sector.
That and it's also kind of like manipulating finances, loyalty for support and stability comes to an end. Huge problems if this is his campaign. For his campaign, where he was getting the money from, because see how far removed the bear is?
Yeah, because if they block him from ever running again, all that grift he was doing for campaign finance and lawyer fees and legal fees, take that to pay for the White House or the Capitol building damage. Because
it's like that, where he was grifting from, manipulating for money from people that support him for him to stay, for him to become secure. That comes to an end, and it causes a problem for the campaign. So they're discussing that, because there's a conversation down here that's really, really, really important in regards to their business. So it's like, where's our next grift? You know?
Yeah, and we can't raise money by campaigning.
Yeah, so he's having that conversation with his children. There's something important or very significant here with his fraud and manipulation. It could also be something very significant with Fox News, because it's Fox. A business friend or a financial advisor or a business partner, a loss to a child or a very depressed child here, and then his campaign for his reputation right there. Finance is going to be extremely significant. Ongoing conversations here, and then problems, huge mountains of problem that repeat, and the problems that he's going to have to face for obstructing and delaying. There's something here about a whistleblower or some. It could also mean something comes to light about an investigation in regards to the delays that were caused in the public at the park outside. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Like, why were the armed guards not there, the National Guard and everything? Delays, repeated obstructions, and there was an investigation here. This man he thought he was going to be smart, because he thought that was a fail-proof plan, and this idiot got himself into so much trouble. It's like it was already bad, and he had to go make it like 1 million times worse for himself.
Yeah, 20 million times worse. Mm-hmm. Well, let's look at Flynn, because Flynn kept telling him to declare martial law.
Flynn got kicked off of freaking Twitter too. They banned him from Twitter too today. Yeah.
So let's look at Flynn.
So what's the question on Flynn?
Is he going to get in trouble for his involvement with the riot?
Well, Michael Flynn got in trouble.
We've looked at all his other issues, so.
They banned Sidney Powell too.
Yep, Sidney Powell. Then there was that other cute Quackenhonor person that had a huge Twitter thing, and they shut that something. It was that one person that lady on that video was complaining we're shutting down his free speech.
What's his name? Thomas Lynn or something like that?
Yeah. Lloyd. They shut him down. will Michael Flynn be in trouble for inciting an insurrection?
Something new coming. Because he was giving some inspiration.
I get that his name will be mentioned in something to do with Trump. So there's the fool there and then the judgment. So there's some sort of manipulation and payments. His name will be mentioned in that investigation. I don't know if it goes to him directly, but he could get in trouble for that part. But
I'm getting that once this thing moves forward, the investigation starts and everything else, they're going to see that this was a journey for him to be an opportunist for growth here. And he's deeply rooted in something. He deeply rooted himself there for opportunity. So
to align himself with them.
Yep.
He's definitely cooperating with them, and there's an investigation that's going to burden him. He's going to have some regrets. It's like, dude, you got a pardon. Now what? You're going out there and doing other things that affect our national security. Yeah, no, you're like this decorated general, right? And you're now going to be put in defense mode because America and justice is coming for you. There's also something about money laundering. He's going back to jail. He's going to be back in legal jeopardy. And yeah, big tower moment for him. They're coming for you.
These idiots got off on pardons and were so happy, and then they go ahead and commit a crime that was 10 times as atrocious as the one they got busted for, that got pardoned for, while their schmuck is about to go out the door, and now they're going to get left hanging. I got a question. Is Donald Trump going to pardon himself?
Well, I could. I've been thinking about it.
Yeah. Freaking schmuck.
Not that I did anything wrong, but I could.
I hope
he knows all the best people.
I hope somebody in his legal team has a laundry list of all the crimes that dumb SOB committed, because he's going to leave out like 10 or 12. He's committed too many. He's committed way too many.
There's a scheme here, 7 of Swords, but it's hung up with the Hangman. So I'm going to say no. Unless, at the very least, he could try, but it won't work. He has to depend on somebody else with the 2 of Cups.
Like he goes, hey, Pence, pardon me.
That's not going to happen. Because if they wait to the 19th, then by the time he's convicted and removed, it's Joe Biden's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get a no too. Like he's in the White House, but he's blocked from it. That's his challenge. Like justice over here to the behind him, and his time comes to an end before he can do anything. He's blocked somehow. It's like now the bar's gone. Nobody knows how to write up a pardon, I guess.
Exactly. Oh my God. I was talking to Peanut about it yesterday. I'm like, he's surrounded by such idiots that even he would probably go to Rudy Giuliani, and Rudy Giuliani would try to write up a pardon. And instead of it being a pardon, it would be like a record of admission of everything he's ever done. Like, here's the evidence of everything I did.
With a bunch of typos, like everything they presented in court that had typos all over it.
He would just probably write pardon at the top of the page and put Trump's name on it.
Yeah.
This is not a legal document, sir. What is this?
I gotta know there's abusive power here, and that he's trying to sneak out of. Manipulate his abusive power. It can also be challenged here, disputed in the middle, and be very tricky to dispute this thing. It's like he's trying to find a loophole here. Yeah. He's trying to find a way to sneak it in, but it's like, nope.
We got Lynn, Ciro, Adrian, and Lori all in the chat tonight.
Hi. Hello. So is Nancy Pelosi, are they going to strip him of his power? Since they're bringing him up for impeachment, Mitch McConnell's like, I'm not bringing it to the floor till the 19th. So that gives you 11 days of a maniacal crazy person that just got kicked off Twitter, so he's really pissed. You know, are they going to take measures to strip him of his presidential power in that time? So will he be impeached? Will he be stripped of his power during the impeachment?
Ooh, devil on the bottom.
I gotta guess that they bind him somehow legally here. They bind him on reports, on records, on something that's written, and they isolate him here. But it's official. It's like they bind him officially.
I'm getting somehow they're able to take his strength away, judgment, and from because of the riots, and it's going to be quick, whatever it is. So, like very quickly, they're somehow going to manifest a completion of that to where he can't do anything. He's inactive.
And I get this too. This could be quite literally the 25th. But Mike Pence said he wouldn't do the 25th. I don't know. What are you getting, Johnny?
I get that there are some that are still loyal to him. However, his future changes here with the star and the death card. And as far as binding his power, I don't think that there's anything that he's going to do that they need to bind. But whatever plans that he may have for the future, those do change. So I don't get a yes or no.
Okay.
Does it have to be Pence that brings forward the 25th? Can any of the other cabinet members do it?
Well, they're all jumping the ship, girl. There ain't no cabinet left.
Like they got Pompeo and stuff.
Elaine Chao, instead of having to do the right thing, she's like, grift is up, peace out. Like she jumped ship. Betsy DeVos jumped ship. Everybody's jumping ship. You know who else jumped ship? Hope Hicks. They're all leaving. Let me ask this. I got a really stupid petty question. Does he regret what he did? Not regret as in, oh man, I really fucked up and I got people killed. No, like, oh shit, I fucked up. I got myself into bigger problems. Like that,
So does Trump have regrets?
Does he have regrets for his insurrection? It's like he really didn't think of the consequences. He really did not think of any of the consequences.
None of them did. His hand in the cookie jar.
No, like Johnny said, none of them did. They're either all on drugs and crazy, him, Giuliani, and Junior, because they're all on drugs and crazy. But none of them thought of the consequences. Like they really thought they could get away with it. So let me see. Does he regret?
It's kind of like, no, you're not sorry. You're sorry you got caught. I actually do see regret is just a weird word, but it's more like, yes is the answer, but it's not regret as in I wish I hadn't done it. I wish it would have worked out differently because he's sorry about the consequence. Because he didn't think it was going to be this legal thing that's coming at him, like all of the people, including Republicans, are like coming at his neck. Like he didn't think it was going to do that part, which is foolish because how do you attack your own country and not think something's going to happen?
Yeah. Did he really think that he was going to be successful with his insurrection or that it was going to scare people enough in the government to be like, okay. We'll overturn it and crown you king for 4 more years.
He thinks this was just and right for him to try to win the election. He's still hung up that he won the election and how to move himself forward. But his challenge is going to be all the work that he's done in secret, all those plans that got off the ground that we're going to learn about. That's where he's like trapped, and that will burden him, and also his thieving. So regrets, no. Subpoena, indictment, knock, knock, yes.
Yep. I gotta know. I gotta know. He's only concerned. This was his solution to his loss, his resolution to his loss, and then a commitment to transition. Right there. Which, okay, this makes no goddamn sense to me, you guys, now that I think about it, because the transition card came up. Him and Rudy Giuliani and Trump Jr. and everybody else have been planning an insurrection for months. This means that they had the people, his stooges at the DOD, with unlawful orders to stand down and not let the National Guard go while the Capitol was under siege.
Right.
Twitter is his crazies knew where to go. It was a coordinated effort. This was a criminal conspiracy against his own government. Why did he then have plans to go to Scotland January 19th? That doesn't make sense.
And they've already told him he's not welcome over there. So
yeah, but he had planned that too. He had all that already planned, that he was going to go into Scotland January 19th.
Go in, mess up some stuff, go take a hiatus, and then come back when you're president.
I don't understand. Like,
it doesn't work.
It doesn't make sense, Johnny. Why plan an insurrection, a coordinated insurrection, when you already have plans to flee? Or was Scotland plan B in case plan A failed?
Yeah, Scotland is not one of the places you can go hide out.
Did he really think this would work? Because he had a backup plan to go to Scotland, so he must not have thought it would work.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense that all this happened when we found out that he already had a plan to go to Scotland, and Scotland was like, no, it's not essential business to be golfing. We're not letting you in. So
we got to read on the riot, because did he think it would work? Because
okay,
something tells me yes, he did, because he was all smug standing there at the rally party.
Yep. Did Trump think his insurrection would work?
And here's another thing. This is yet another loss for your election. You sued every state you could, try to overturn things. You had your little minions out there calling people, don't throw away votes. You had DeJoy do what he needed to do. Everybody in the world for you cheated, and you still lost.
Yep.
You attacked your own country, and you still lost.
Yep.
Like, sit down and go to sleep, please.
Did Donald Trump think?
This is why he's the fool. That's not an insult, it's an adjective.
No, Johnny, that's actually mild. He's worse than a fool. He's like a dumbass on steroids, man. Like
the fool is the dumbass. One of my cards actually says that.
What a freaking buffoon. Every time it's kind of like I keep thinking about his professor that was like, that he was the dumbest son of a bitch I ever had. I'm like, yeah. Did he think his
I get the sun. So there's my yes card. He did indeed think this was going to work. Justice and the Two of Cups, that somehow this would all be righted for him. The administration would get yet another term here with the King of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. So unfortunately, he thought that if we could go in and cause some damage, this would actually work. Now, I think whoever else was literally behind this, they had different plans. They weren't trying to get you elected because they stole laptops and papers. That ain't got nothing to do with an election.
Mm-hmm.
So they were after something else while using you to grandstand.
They were after intelligence.
Yes.
But he don't care. He'd sell his children for $1.
Meanwhile, all them laptops are going to be traced, so turn them on if you want to.
Yep.
Yeah. He feeds on everybody telling him how much they love him, so somebody has been in his ear and telling him, you have more people that love you than love Biden, which is, bullcrap. But, he thought this would bring him to higher ground. The challenge was the plan. The plan wasn't good, and of course he was watching it on TV, right, and getting anxious when things started going bad. But the plan, was to get Pelosi and Biden to make them back down and have regrets, so to speak, and to make Biden the loser, and then he would transition back to work and he would move forward in the government as the businessman, not as a president, but as the businessman, Trump, making money off the government. So
he really thought it was going to work. I'm getting the same thing too. He really thought this was going to work. He was going to grow significantly in power. He was going to grow, put down roots and grow in authority. He really honest. So, and then his plan B was, okay, let me get to Scotland in case this thing fails. So Scotland said no, just for fun. Just for fun.
Let's ask why he wanted to go to Scotland. What was he planning? Was he going to meet with a bunch of the oligarchs there and stuff, and Farage, people like that? Why do you want to go to Scotland?
That's the last place you should go. They're investigating you.
Yeah, because he's really that dumb, Barney. He really is that dumb.
It's not the time of year to go golfing. It's winter. Why did he want to go to Scotland, even though he's blocked? Why did he want to go?
Oh, Rush Limbaugh got booted from Twitter too.
Oh, good for him. Now shut his mouth on the airwaves, please.
I probably should rejoice in such things, but Twitter took way too long to do such things. It shouldn't have had to come to this.
Nope.
That's what I'm saying. Meanwhile, you go on Twitter and you cyberbully or you call somebody a name, you get banned forever.
If you
start a riot, okay, fine.
If you call Melania a skank, hint, hint, you get put in Twitter timeout.
Meanwhile, during the riot, she was doing a photo shoot.
She was doing a freaking photo shoot while her husband insisted to get the F out of here, man. Did she have her clothes on?
I think so. The birds didn't fall out of the sky, so I think so.
He's going there to work with somebody on something.
Somebody in his employ, I'm going to say Giuliani, I don't know that for sure, but I'm going to say Giuliani, told him that you can escape investigation this way. With the fighting ones after the riot here, that you can leave after the riot and escape investigation or escape, I guess, blame. This comes from somebody he employs. So this is probably Giuliani because he has all the best ideas because Trump owes all the best people, including the guy who shot himself to death.
He was going there after the riot, same thing, like to be amongst friends where he could gather his own strength. The challenge is, he's the loser here, but he was going there to collab with some people. And I think same thing, to block investigations into the riot. Like he knew it was going to be a riot, So the bully trying to escape legal issues.
That's so silly.
Yeah, I'm getting that it was to get away from the trouble, the chaos, the problem here, and just kind of enjoy life in a property that he loves. That's it. I got a question now. So since Scotland told him no, he's a pariah in the United States. He's soon to be a convicted felon. Real soon. You think homeboy's going to stay here? I don't think so. So where's he going to live? Where is he going to live?
He can still try to get back to his Ireland place too.
Yeah, because I thought when I did that spread, I originally thought Ireland because of the Lucky Charms clothes, But Where is Donald Trump going to live?
Yeah, if he's not allowed to live in Mar-a-Lago, he's going to have to move in with Jared and Ivanka.
Girl 1 and girl 2.
Which I'm sure Melania is not going to be happy about.
Tell me where Donald Trump is going to live when he leaves the White House.
It's not funny.
What? You tell us, Johnny. Don't keep the joke to yourself. Don't keep
It was actually based off your reading somewhere with clovers. It's a lot of grass, a lot of green. I'm like, maybe that's the park.
the park. I
When
would
they
be
put
so
them,
pissed.
they put them in the ground, some 4-leaf clovers blossom.
No. I would be so pissed. I would go down there and give that fat orange fucker CPR to resurrect him. I don't know. I want him facing justice. I don't want him dead.
I think he lives here.
You think he's going to stay here?
I think he's forced to stay here.
Oh, he's forced.
Yes. I get the 3 of Swords and the Devil, mind you, naturally. But I get justice is at the core of all of this. Now, mind you, he wants to leave here with the 2 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. He is eyeing a place that is elsewhere, that is overseas somewhere after his little stint in the government is over. However, there is some erratic behavior, so they might be a flight risk. And during Biden's administration, somebody is grounding him. Somebody might force him to stay here. Now, Air Force One technically is supposed to take him wherever he wants to go after he's president. But we shall see.
Yeah, he's a burden wherever he moves, because he's a thief and sneaky and tries to get away with stuff. He leaves his challenges. He'd like to go, I think, to Mar-a-Lago. And for quick thing, I think he does go to Mar-a-Lago. I think, for the quick solution, he goes down there for a while. But he's got legal problems when he gets there. So I don't know how he stays there, but I think he tries to stay in Mar-a-Lago. He's going to try to bully him back and try to get an agreement of some kind to stay at Mar-a-Lago.
Send him to Mexico.
What's that?
Send him to Mexico. That'd be great.
Yeah. You know what? He's going to be a freaking pariah, dude. Nobody's going to want you. The entire world just saw you try to stage a coup against your own country. Who the hell do you think is going to welcome you with open arms?
If you can't run for president again because they block you from that, it's like you can't even sell your influence. So who's going to pay to be a member of Mar-a-Lago?
Nobody. That's the only thing that was keeping Mar-a-Lago floating.
That's right.
He was peddling influence. This could be somewhere very religious or a place where you suffer. Let me see. Hold on.
I think of Ireland as religious because it's predominantly Catholic.
A cross or any other religious insignia, a place of worship, a sword. Okay. And then the snake as a person, place, or thing. Let's see. As a person, place, or a thing. Pipes, wires, tubes, ropes, drains, a bracelet, anything else that winds, coils, snakes, or can make the shape of the letter S or a roller coaster.
Like Saint something or other, Saint Augustine, Saint something.
Yeah, it could be a religious place with an S, and then there's home and property there.
Or he's going to be a plumber in a church.
House.
House, real estate property, apartment, a small shop, a small building, a website's homepage, or a base. So it could be a religious place that starts with an S where he has a home. Or it could be that he's on house arrest, chained up. So, but that's what I'm getting. I don't know. For entertainment purposes only. A religious place, like a something maybe, like Jenny was saying. There.
I'm looking up where his property is in Ireland.
I didn't know that it was, because when I was doing that reading, I was like, what the hell? Lucky Charms, Clover.
It's in County Clare, Doonbeg.
Let me see. I'm going to ask something real quick. I'm going to ask him how many days will the articles of impeachment be brought?
I'm going to ask how many more days is Trump going to be in office?
Oh, that's a good one. How many more days is Trump going to be in office?
My playing cards had me 7 to 10 days. So 7 to 10 days from the last time we did the reading. What was it? Yesterday?
Uh-huh.
So that'd have been the 16th. Is the maximum of the 10? How many days will he be? How many days? Is one.
Yeah.
Let me try again. Today's Friday. I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen. How many days left in office? Unless he resigns, which I don't think that's going to happen.
Wouldn't it be? I'm going to stop. Wouldn't it be absolutely hilarious simply because of the hypocrisy if he ends up fleeing to like Saudi Arabia or the UAE or somewhere else after he put a ban on Muslims? Mm-hmm.
I still get the 17th because I got 2 9s here, so it's probably going to be 16th, 17th. If he, now mind you, I always said he was going to make it. But if I go by this, 16th, 17th.
How many days will Trump leave office?
But I think
he's got big problems on the 21st after inauguration. Big problems.
The devil's coming for his pay.
Yeah, something changes in let's see, 8th, 19th.
No, not 16 days, 16th. So I know he has 12 days. I know how to count.
Yeah, something big changes on the 14th, and then the 16th he gets an offer he doesn't like. But I'm not getting a going away card. He may. He may try to stick it out right to the end.
Freaking idiot.
Because all the timing, whether it's 25th Amendment or 24th, whatever, or impeachment, it goes back and forth. It takes time. But
the thing is, even if he's gone, they can continue with his impeachment after he's already gone because the process has already been started. Do you see what I'm saying? So even if he gets kicked out on the 20th or whenever the hell he leaves, he's still going to be marked with impeachment and the approval for removal from the new Senate.
Yeah, I get Nancy on Monday, my Adam Schiff card on Tuesday, and Justice Wednesday. So I think impeachment's done in the House by Wednesday.
For him, when does he leave? I get the child, which is card number 13. So I don't know if that means the 13th or 13 days. But he only has 11 days left, right? Yeah. So
yeah. So the 13th, maybe. So maybe when everything changes because he's impeached.
And when is let me see what day hold on, let me check the calendar here for a second. So the 13th is Wednesday. And Johnny, what day were you getting?
16th or 17th.
Yeah, 16th is a Saturday, 17th is
16th. Yeah.
So it's sometime around next week. But it doesn't matter if he runs like the little bitch that he is, because the impeachment continues. So they can still convict, even though he's not there, they can still, when it gets to the Senate and we have the new Senate, vote to convict what he did.
He's definitely getting impeached.
Oh, yeah.
Removed. So you're definitely 100% getting impeached again.
Yep. And convicted by the new Senate. And
He may not get removed, but he's impeached. And then on the 21st, he's got big problems. So it wouldn't surprise me wherever he goes, he's got a indictment sitting waiting for him from New York or somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Does he resign? Will he resign? Will Donald Trump resign? Because I don't see resignation in his grand tableau. The lilies is far away from him and behind him.
I'm taking my golden toilets and toys and going away.
Yeah.
Give me my Adderall. I'm out of here. Wait, didn't you say he was supposed to be going to Camp David this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is a way of trying to quiet him down too, get him away from everybody.
I can so totally see I Eat Paste going to Toys R Us to buy him a play cell phone and say, "Look, Daddy, look, you can go on Twitter now. They unblocked you." You know, and he's so freaking stupid.
I get he's stuck in his job, at least as far as resignation goes. Eight of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. But there's the Queen of Wands still in the middle, so somebody's still coming for your neck.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to resign. We'll help you.
Yep. I got a woman that is discussing transition and moving forward. So I don't know who this is. I don't know if that's Pelosi. Don't know if that's Ivanka Trump. I don't know who that is. They're saying in the chat earlier that Kayleigh McEnany finally resigned.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, you freaking pathetic schmuck.
They're all jumping ship.
Yep.
What's she resigned for?
Are you done lying and yelling and screaming at the press? She was nasty. She was, I mean.
I get he's hiding in the White House. He's down in the bunker chained to the radiator.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
It's like 50-50 on if he would resign. But, you know, he's got Russia in his ear, like, you know, bully back, don't do it. Yeah, he's talking to somebody, and it feels like Russia. And then I'm like, you know, he's stuck hiding in the White House. He's down the bunker.
Freaking idiot, man.
I keep getting a lot of wand cards on him all of a sudden. Everything's about action and
coming down to the wire.
Somebody beating him over the head with a club. No, I can't. Well, you guys, we've been on for like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Well, that was
you're late.
Is Jay in the chat?
He's late.
Jay, where's your hall pass, Jay? Always late, Jay. You're always late. Yep. And you know what's funny though? The fate of the people from his administration, they're going to be having a really hard damn time trying to find a job because nobody's going to want to touch them. Like, you know, that was like one of the complaints from the people that had left before, how much trouble they had. And then after you just staged a coup against your own government and you're going to put that on your resume, like, you know, like, No.
Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you, Lynn. Well, thank you, everybody. Thanks, J-Ro. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. And thanks for you guys coming on and helping me read tonight. It was loads of fun. I think Sunday we're on Johnny's channel, correct?
Johnny's channel Sunday night. He's got a fundraiser on inauguration night. And tomorrow night, he's on with Jason Adrian on Jason's Petty Party.
Yes, be there or be square.
And if you want a really funny video to watch, go watch Jason's rant earlier today. It was awesome. She said everything we've all been wanting to say. No holds barred. If you got sensitive ears, put your earmuffs on.
Yep. Thank you, everybody. Everybody hang in there. We're going to be okay. Don't freak out. Calm down. We're almost done. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.